This October, the clinical research industry comes together over one weekend to discuss real change, drive innovative ideas, and build lasting partnerships. Watch what sponsors, CROs, sites, and suppliers have to share about the industry's most performance-focused meeting.
Site Solutions Summit is really one of the rare and unique opportunities to truly have the site perspective represented. I think it's a great opportunity for sponsors to really ground themselves in the perspective of what's really happening at the investigative site. There's many great industry conferences and many opportunities to speak to suppliers, speak to sponsors, but really having that site voice is absolutely essential, and it's a great opportunity for the sponsor to reacquaint themselves with that.
So it's important to the members of ACRO because, as you know, the real rate-limiting steps in clinical trials research are not enough patients and not enough investigators. Sponsors and CROs on their behalf are very much invested in securing more patients and more investigators. I think what's important about Site Solutions Summit is that a gathering of experienced sites who really undertake research as a significant part of their business portfolio. That's very much a group of companies, practices that CROs, especially global CROs, want to be able to work with.
Well, I think the collaboration opportunities there are first and foremost, far beyond anything I've seen in the industry. So I think Christine and her team have done an excellent job of just creating an environment where there's open discussion between sites, and actually between sites, sponsors, and CROs. There's a great sharing of ideas, and there's a lot of relationships that are built at that conference that extend beyond the conference. So a lot of contacts are made, and I know with sites in our network, frequently they're reaching out to other sites that they've met at the summit when they encounter specific business issues that they want feedback on.
It's really been a remarkable venue or forum where the sites have really begun to have that unified voice. It's a place where the site is recognized as being at the center of the enterprise, and that we focus on critical issues that really have the site in mind, and a focus on solutions as opposed to just reiterating and rethinking the problem. It's really focusing on solutions that will help address those problems. So it's been a very, very valuable forum for sites to come together, to learn together, and to compare ideas and focus on solutions.
I think what sites need to do is learn from each other and learn from the best. That's why forums like Site Solutions Summit, I think, is so important, because it allows sites to come together, investigators, study coordinators, and learn from each other what it really takes to run a trial, what some of the pitfalls are that you want to avoid.
I'm still part owner of a research site in rheumatology in Texas. And the business issues we face is in a site that's very large, been in business for 30 years, are still paramount, top of mind. Even as large and sophisticated as that site has become over the years, we still struggle with enrollment. We struggle with the business practices, best practices, turnover of staff. So I think through avenues perhaps such as the summit, which really from my experience is the only opportunity where of any major significance where sites can come together, learn from one another, impart information and education.
And we've found, and we've actually gotten recommendations where sites have talked to sponsors and said, this would really help us out if you worked with this organization. Could you take a look at that? So I think to some degree, I think the site's voice is growing, and I think organizations like the Site Solutions Summit that bring sites together help them, because many sites are not in the business of clinical trials. They're doing clinical trials because it's a business model for them, and they want to affect scientific change.
RxTI Talks is brought to you by the Rx Trials Institute. Thank you for watching. Join us for more episodes, each highlighting some of clinical research's most innovative companies and individuals. Looking for more great thinking? Join the conversation at the 2012 Site Solutions Summit this October at the PGA National Resort in Palm Beach Gardens. Proudly hosted by the RX Trials Institute, this year's summit brings together more sites, sponsors, and CROs than ever before. Visit www.sitesolutionssummit.com and register today before the seats sell out.